Alright, hello. Today, in this tutorial, I will show you how to set up a Ghidorah reverse engineering environment for PMD2 Explorers of Sky. Now, if you do it correctly, this is a fairly quick process. And in this tutorial, I'll make it as simple to follow as possible. So let's jump straight into it. First off, let's cover the things you need. You'll need a ROM of Explorers of Sky, obviously. Sky Temple, you'll need it. NDSlazy and Ghidorah. And Java JDK. That's required because Ghidorah does not run without the Java JDK. I learned that the hard way. Anyhow, once you've acquired all of this. Oh, and by the way, I won't show you where to get this. Let's begin. Alright. Now, go into Ghidorah, public, and I'm guessing this is the first time you're running Ghidorah. So, I've reset it. So, this is what you see when you first open it up. Open up Ghidorah.run. Now, if you're running it first time, Windows might flag it as false. It's not. Just click more information and click run anyway. And well, let it open. Press I agree and let it load. You can close that and close that. Okay, next. Alright, next, you're going to have to go unpack the ROM. Open up NDSlazy. Load up the ROM. Just click that and click NDS unpack. And that automatically unpacks your ROM. Pretty good. Let that run. And soon enough, yep, it's there. You can close this now. Alright. Now here's the fun part. Let's create the debug environment. Go into Ghidorah, File, New Project. Or you could press Ctrl N, select non-shared project, pick the folder where you want to save it to. For me, I'll be saving it to the desktop, and project name. You can put any project name, but for me, I'll put PMD2 Reverse Engineering Epic. Alright. Now, let's load the ARM9 binary. Click File, Import File, and then locate your ARM9 bit. This is located where in the location where you unpack the ROM. For me, it's my desktop, NDSlazy, NDS unpack. Alright. Now, let's go put in the correct config of operations. Format should most definitely be in raw binary. I'm sorry if you can't hear me because I'm trying my best. I don't have a quiet room. Language should be ARM-LE32 V5T default. If that was something you couldn't remember, just put V5T. Make sure that it's Little Idiot. If it's not Little Idiot, good luck. Press OK. Alright. Destination folder can be whatever can be set to default. Program name can be anything you want. For me, I'll be putting it as a default ARM9 bin. Press Options. Block name can be whatever you want. I'll put it as ARM9. Base address. This is a critical part. It has to be, and I'll repeat this again. 0, 2. Let's see, 0, 2. Yeah, it has to be, and I'll repeat it. 0, 2, 0, 0, 0, 0. Make sure you always double check. If you don't do this correctly, then you will have problems. File offset and length can be left the same. Processor defined labels have to be checked. Alright? Once you've set that, press OK. You can check this if you want to. Now, once we have it open, let's go double click on it. And yeah. Now, click no on this. If you click yes, nothing bad will happen, but yeah, click no. Okay, so next, let's go add in some overlays. Alright, now, if you don't know which overlay you want to add in, let me help you. Open up Sky Temple. Alright, it's opened up on my second monitor. Alright, open it up and open your ROM. Alright, now, if you don't know which one to open up, click on Patches, Symbols, and well, this has most of the information you're gonna need. Now, for example, some engines like Overlay 9 and Overlay 11 is a script engine. You'll need this. You'll need to load up this address, this overlay, if you want to edit, for example, cutscenes. But in this case, if you want to edit the dungeon engine, it'll be Overlay 29. By the way, quick tip of Sky Temple. If you want to know how I can do this, well, just hover your mouse on any of the overlays on this row and right click. You can also scroll as well. Quick tip. Alright, so since we're going to be editing the dungeon engine and only the dungeon engine, we'll need to load up Overlay 29. Now go into Ghidorah, go to File, and I repeat this with a big and. Click on File, Add to Program. If you don't click on Add to Program, it will make a new file. We don't want that. Right? Click it, and it should open up to the location where you got your ARM9 bit. Nice. Now, go into Overlay, and we've got a full list of overlays. We'll get this one, since Overlay 29 is the one we're going to be using to, well, debug. Now, This you can't change, it's locked. But we don't need to. Go into options. Do not click overlay. Despite the name, don't click it. Alright, trust me, it doesn't do much. Block name can be anything. I'll just name it overlay 29. Base address. This is critical. Okay. Now, the base address is located here. It's the load address. So, in the case of overlay 29, it's 0x22DC24. 0. Make sure you double check this. If it's wrong, then you're gonna have problems. File offset and file length can be left the same and can be left alone or as a default. Okay, press OK and import it on that button. Alright, now if you want to, you can click on overlay 29 and it should be successfully loaded. Nice. Do the same process for the other overlays that you want. For example, if you want to do a dungeon reverse engineering, you might want to use overlay, you might want to import overlay 30 and 31. But in this tutorial, we'll just do overlay 29. Okay, so now once you've loaded your overlays, press A press A to open up the analyzers, and you can tick whatever you want, but if you leave it to defaults, that's alright. Once you've set it, press analyze. Now, in this bottom part here, next to the blue, let me go resize my Ghidorah. Next to the blue, you'll see a blue bar. That's Ghidorah looking through the code or the binary. As you can see in overlay 29, they've already set some stuff, and look at this now. We got a function. If you see this, you know Ghidorah is working pretty good. So yeah, very nice, very good. Now this might take a while depending on how good your computer is. Some computers could take a while, some computers like mine might be already done. Nice. Now we're done. Let's go import some debug info. Right. Now, let's go get the debug info. This is linked in the description below, symbols.json. It's found on GitHub, and it contains all the debug info. Let's go extract it. You can extract it to that folder. Should be fairly quick. Alright. Now that we've got it open, let's go back into Ghidorah and click on Script Manager. It's located on this button on the top of the screen. Now, let's go add a new script. Press this note paper thing, create new script, select Python, press OK, and enter a script name. Directory can be left on the defaults. Make the script name pretty memorable. PMD2 debug import. Nice. Okay. Once you're here, you'll want to pull up this. Also linked in the description below. This is a Python this is Python code used to import debug info. Alright, you can just press Ctrl A, press Ctrl A, Ctrl C to copy, go into Script Manager, Ctrl A to select everything, and Ctrl V to paste it in. Press Ctrl S to save, and once you do this step once, you'll never need to do it ever again, as long as you remember what name you saved it in. PMD for me. Alright, now that's done and over with, let's click run the editor script. Let it run, and then a file selection screen would open. Go back into where you say the debug info. For me, it's desktop, symbols.json. Select the region. Select your ROM region. EU ROMs will be using EU, but for me, I'll be using North American. So click there, and now we wanna debug overlay 29 right here. We want to debug overlay 29. Let's go and load up overlay 29.na JSON. Press import, and then you can close this. And also, by the way, another quick tip, you can press Ctrl up, or you can press Ctrl and the up and down keys to find a function. Right, now you can go back into ARM9, and if you scroll long enough, you'll see oh yeah, here we go. That took a bit long, but well, it works. Very, very good. As you can see, the debug info loaded. This is the recommended way. This is the recommended method to using debug this is the let me say that again. This is the recommended way to import debug info. Now, here's an example. Now that we've set up our reverse engineering environment, here's an example of how you use it. Say, for example, we want to get offense stat maximum. Alright. Now, quick tip, press G on GitHub and you can go to an address directly. For offense stat max, we can put in 230 C49 C, and yep, looks pretty good. No. By the way, this window here is a decompiled version of all of this, just in C. So yeah. Now, of course, you can also click around for more functions. This is Orable is active function. For others, it could be ability is active. And for some, it could be other monster ability is active. Very, very good. You can click on it and look at the C code, at the C version of this code. Pretty good, pretty good. And with that, you have completely set up, you've successfully set up a Ghidorah debug environment. Very nice. And you can do all of this in under 20 minutes. In just over 20 minutes. I wish you very, very well. I wish you very, very well on your reverse engineering endeavors.